vibrant meeting from 7 a.m. this morning, and members of the party, who include our PG members, have deliberated on many important things, both inter-party, intra-coalition, and national, and we have reflected on recent events, including, as you well know, the events in Kasarani last weekend, where our party lost our national chairman, our deputy party leader, and our treasurer. But as you will know, this party has such tremendous resilience that it will never have a shortage of qualified, competent, and acceptable people to serve in various capacities. So we have like a revolving door. When one leaves, we have no shortage others coming in. It's like a stage, you play your part. If you find it's time to try somewhere else, this party is so democratic that we even have resolved to congratulate those who have decided to leave us for the time they were with us. We have appreciated the years John Munyes put in our party, being elected 3 times on our party. We have congratulated Mwashetani, and we have thanked Ali Baricha for having served the party diligently. However, the law remains the law. As we congratulate them for having served the party well and wish them well where they are going, we are also going to swing the sword of the law on them. The law requires that when you change your political affiliation, if you are elected on a party platform, you must reconsider your position and go for a by-election. For Kenya, in line with the decision we have taken as CORD in a meeting held last week between myself, Raila Odinga of ODM, and Kalonzo Musyoka of Wiper, we decided that members of our parties who have left for Jubilee, as we wish them well, cannot go on playing for our opponent teams wearing our uniform. They have to go back and seek new uniform. So appropriate action is being taken. One, our Secretary General has been instructed to send letters of notices to show cause to the members. Number 2, together with our partners, we are going to take the necessary constitutional, legal, and administrative actions through the Register of Political Parties, IEBC, and the speakers of the various houses that these members were serving, to declare their seats vacant and go for by-elections, so that we can go and test our wills between our various parties and the new monolith called Jubilee. We have also decided as a party that we are going to celebrate our Silver Jubilee. You know, our party is the second oldest party in multi-party Kenya. Early next year, Ford Kenya is going to have several bashes in various places to celebrate our 25 years of existence, remembering the great heroes of this party, including but not limited to Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, Masinde Muliro, Martin Shikuku, Charles Rubia, Kenneth Matiba, Muhammad Bamariz, Michael Wamalwa Kijana, George Captain, and many others, including those who are still living and active in politics, who first cut their political teeth to parliament through our party, including Raila Odinga, including James Orengo, Toby Manyara, Kiraitu Murungi, Paul Mwite, Professor Rashid Mzee, Mzee Mwavumo, all these people, including people who are now conducting themselves in a manner unacceptable to us, like Mzee Noah Wekesa, we will invite all of them to acknowledge their contribution to the founding and resilience of this party. This will be done sometime next year. This will be without prejudice to the current political realignments in the country, because as a party, we are an institution, we are not people. And the institution, corporate in character, must remain resilient. We have also, as a party, decided to fill the vacancies left by the members that we have mentioned. We have, therefore, in that regard, upgraded Joel Ruhu, the first national vice chairman of the party, to act as the national chairman pending election time when it does come.
For Kenya.
The party is delighted to present to you Mama Nazra Sahal. She is a nominated member of Parliament of County Assembly from Wajir on Ford Kenya Party, an assembly in which Ford Kenya contributes the majority leader, and she is going to take a position as the national treasurer of our party. And Mama Nazra is right here on my left. Mama Nazra, it's good to stand and acknowledge you. This is our new treasurer. This is our new acting national chairman. He's from Coast. Mama is from Northeastern. Sit, please. Last but not least, and this does not exhaust our list of vacancies, we have the distinguished senator for Kakamega, Senator Boni Khalwale, who is also our party candidate for the governor's seat of Kakamega, coming in as the deputy party leader of Ford Kenya Party.
Ford Kenya!
Simba!
Ford Kenya!
Simba!
Thank you. We have also this morning reflected on one or two national issues. Number one, we note with satisfaction, however belated, that the police have announced that they have arrested a man who they believe is responsible for the abduction and murder of lawyer Kimani. You remember the lawyer who was murdered with his taxi driver and his client. We decry the delay in carrying out proper investigations and getting suspects. Remember, originally we were told that the police had something to do with these deaths. We hope that the arrest is not a cover-up, but a result of serious investigations, because as a party that has fought for human rights, for freedom of expression, and for the Bill of Rights, we abhor extrajudicial killings in this country, and we want anybody and everybody involved or connected thereto brought to book. We also, as a party, have reflected on the events in the Senate yesterday and appreciated, one, the fact that the County Assembly of Nyeri exercised their right of representation, legislation, and oversight in finding that their governor had transgressed the Constitution, the law, and other administrative procedures, and recommended and impeached him and recommended him for confirmation of impeachment to the Senate. We have reflected on the proceedings of the Senate, and we are satisfied that due process has been taken and that the governor of Nyeri has been let off the hook. that does not in any way mean that we as a party do not continue demanding absolute transparency, openness, and accountability in the management of resources that go to our counties, as we continue demanding in equal measure the transparent and open management of our resources at the national level, given the runaway corruption that is in the country. In fact, yesterday, while we were attending the funeral of Mzee Ntimama, an old Maasai man who was called to eulogize his age mate, and he announced that he was slightly older than Mzee Ntimama, and Mzee Ntimama died at the age, as we have been told, of 87. So this Mzee must have been close to 90. He spoke in Kimasai for about 3-4 minutes, and then he burst out in English and said, "Corruption must stop." And the president was there. That is very telling. Even old people of that age in the countryside are conscious that there is corruption in the country. This party will do everything possible within our capacity of representation and oversight in the assemblies, in the national parliament, in the Senate, to make sure that everybody given public office is held to account at all times, at all levels, so that Kenyans get value for the taxes that are levied from them. Lastly, at the end of this press, we are going to present nomination certificates to 2 of our candidates who are standing on our party in by-elections being held in Turkana County and Kisii County in the month of October, around the 16th of October, 26th of October. Before I do that, I will invite Senator Khalwale to say 1 or 2 words. We will not push Mama Nasira to say anything. We will then invite you to ask any questions that you may have to us as a party. Tony?
Your Excellency, President in waiting, I want to accept with humility the responsibility that you have allowed me to discharge in the party of Kenya, and I want to thank you and thank NEC because you have now put the spirits that went before us at rest. Michael Kijana Wamalwa must today be very happy, and he will rest that a boy he picked up and brought to where I've reached has been given an opportunity to serve at such a high level in the party. My only comment on the national matters in this country is that President Uhuru told Kenyans yesterday that kumeza mate sio kula nyama. I would like to appeal to the President to reflect on his own very words. We didn't know that the President was being elected into office to go and eat. We thought he was going into the office to serve. Mr. President, many Kenyans not only don't have meat, but actually do not have food. You have to pull up in socks, respect opposition leaders, and not use derogatory, boastful language just to confirm that you are enjoying part of the proceeds of corruption in this country. Finally, there has been some information coming in that the government is planning to float another Eurobond. It is going to be completely unacceptable that they want to bring in another Eurobond when they have not accounted for the proceeds of the first Eurobond. Thank you.
And we can assure you, if there's a float of another Eurobond, we as a party, and I speak here for our coalition of CORD, Ford Kenya, Wiper, and ODM, will be on the streets like you have never seen before, to resist the idea of the government borrowing money and those in power sharing it without accountability. Any question?